and we don't second guess. Unapologetic, we're bold and we're loud, shining light on the left shady crowd. Oreo Express, rolling down the track, exposing the lies, ain't no turning back. Conservative fire, we're speaking the truth. At Oreo Express, this one's for you. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express, let's roll, let's go. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express.
Celebrate our newest launch, Rev 7. I'm bringing you an amazing introductory offer, plus an exclusive overstock sale that you're not going to want to miss. Rev 7 is our premium energy drink that tastes great and gives you energy all day with no jitters and no crashes. That's because there's no sugar and no caffeine. I'm so sure you're going to love Rev 7 that for a limited time you can try our 3-pack absolutely free. Or check out our Percale bed sheets. I can't believe I'm even going to say this. Every color, every style, every size, only $29.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save 20% on our Rev 7 12-packs or try our introductory 3-pack absolutely free. And our Percale bed sheets, all sizes, only $29.88, even the queens and kings. Inventory is extremely limited, so order now.
That's right, folks. Order now. Head over to mypillow.com and check out all the great stuff. You'll get substantial discounts and savings by using promo code Oreo. You're also helping us here at the platform as well. So get over there, check it out, and we appreciate you and thank you for shopping there. Good morning. It is I was almost said Friday. Can we have it Friday, please? Friday would be great. It is Monday, September 29th, and we got some stuff in show for you today. We got some highlights of what's going on at the ICE facilities. We also have the ADL listing pretty much Turning Point USA as a hate group. We've covered ADL extensively, especially a couple of years ago. This should become as no surprise to you. And much, much more. Once again, happy Monday. Want to thank you. If you could, please hit that like button. Share this out. We're also going to, for those that aren't premium members, we did a couple Rumble live streams over the weekend, and people got to see our new raffle item, and it's absolutely epic. I won it myself. Eventually, we'll get one. But we're going to show you that as well and just say thank you to everybody who blesses us and keeps us on the air. You are appreciated. Let me jump into the comments really quick, and then we'll talk about the weekend. We have JH Candy Bar. Hello, hello. Susan, Nola's in the house. Trina, what's up, Trina? Darla Miller. You know what, Trina? I think this week I'm going to cut out some time and get with you. I apologize. You know, it's been crazy. We've been traveling. We've been doing a lot of work lately. So I'll get we got a cookbook that the group is putting together, guys, if you're new to the channel or anything like that. And it's the Oreo Army Cookbook. And so we have some folks that have been helping that, and I need balls in my court right now. I didn't forget. Trust me. I have a list of like 80 things next to my bed that I need to do. Oh, the Uncle Bill. What's up? Let's see. Shelly Rose is in the house. First Amendment Media says, well, I guess I need to get coffee. Are you already off work? Are you? This man, he takes like 7 vacations a year. Old Uncle Bill gifted a subscription. Thank you, Old Uncle Bill. And let's see who else is popping in here. Newfie Guy. B. Mikey, look at all those American flags. JH Candy Bar, Trina, Nola, Newfie, B. Mikey, all throwing some love behind the red, white, and blue. Melissa, hello. Hunter. I am not the milkman made it, guys. If you guys are in the presence of I am not the milkman, you better thank the Lord today, guys. You better thank the Lord today. Let me tell you. I know it's your off week. It's always your off week, Matt. We're gonna have to do something then. We're gonna have to do something. We got to fly Matt out today. So big weekend. I got a lot of stuff. We had all kind of stuff going on, and we were more than blessed. Friday night, we went over there. I think I told you guys Saturday stream, but we went over there. Carruthers Fair. It's just a little county fair. There's a lot of people there though, and it's free entrance. And so we went in there and hung out and looked at the shops. Caden rode a couple rides, and then Roberto and Haha were down there. And we listened to some music for like 2 hours. I am not the milkman with a $10 Rumble rant. And check that out. He says Caden for president. See, he's entered into the raffle. He's entered into the raffle. And I think he'll like this one. This is kind of crazy. It'd be nice if somebody local won, because this thing is going to be a pain to ship. Check that out. Pick that up at Clovis Fest. This dude out of Madera Ranchos does some excellent work. This is laser cut, and it's the American flag, and it has the Pledge of Allegiance. So thank you. I am not the milkman for your entry into that. We appreciate you. Let me see who else is in here. Rockstar jumped in, and we had soccer. I'll tell you a soccer story, guy, because you guys will give me a pat on the back, I think. And we had church twice yesterday, because we had it in the morning, and then they had a special little event at their new property, so that was really cool. Oh, man. And so let's just get into it. So it's been bothering me, but it's just some people. So y'all know Caden plays soccer. And he loves sports. He does really good. You guys have seen his videos. He went out and raced. He hadn't raced in BMX in like probably 3 months. And he goes out there and again, it's not about taking first or anything. It's just his mentality. He understands what his job is to do when he's either racing or out on the field. So we go to soccer, and usually you put so many kids on each side of the field. And from my understanding, from what Rachel told me, is that he wanted everybody to play. So it was really, he wanted bunch ball. And I'm not a fan of bunch ball, because it teaches the kid all kind of bad habits, especially those that are going to move on. Another coach is going to have to break those habits, but whatever. They're 4 years old. Some of them probably 3, some of them probably 5, whatever. So we get out there, and usually Caden would be out there for a little while. Then he gets put on the sideline, because you got to rotate people in, and then you'd go out there. Well, everybody's on the thing. So Caden, before even halftime, has like 9 goals. We sit out here in the front yard. We practice. I teach it. His brother was an excellent soccer. I coached soccer for 5 years, so I have the basics down. And so we just play. And so about halfway through the game, one of the parents from the other side says, "Okay, we know you're good. Enough goals." And they're on the other side of the field. I didn't hear it. Rachel told me that. And I was like, why you got to tell me this stuff? And I just look at Cade and I go, "Good work, bud. Keep it up. Stay on the ball." And so we're sitting there a little bit longer. They take their little halftime break, and then they go over there, and 2 things happen. And I didn't. So Caden knows a lot of those kids don't know to throw in or whatever. And on a decent team, you'll have the coach have the kids do what they're supposed to do. On other teams, blah, 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 they'll just kick the ball in and say, "Okay, go play." So the ball went out of bounds, and Caden went and picked it up to go like this. And when he was in the process of throwing, one of the coaches took the ball out of his hand and just threw it out in the field. I was like, that's kind of weird. It wasn't one of our coaches, one of their coaches. And I was like, that's weird. And I was like, kind of messed up, because Caden just kind of looked back like, "What are you doing?" And he ran, got the ball anyways, and came back and scored. So I think he had I don't know how many goals on the day, 15 to 18 goals on the day. And he's just out there having fun. The kid loves it. And So about 3/4 of the way through the game, he goes and he scores a goal, and the other coach comes up to him and kind of kneels and says something to him. And Caden looks at the ground and starts crying. And his mom was out on the field because she helps out with this team. And he goes over to his mom, and that's not like him. He didn't get hurt or anything. And I see her comfort him, and I seen that coach talking to him. So I get up and I go, "What happened?" And he goes, the coach, and I'm not the exact words, but he much told he's scored enough goals. Let other people do it, or he didn't need to score any more goals. I look over there, and this is a point where I'm a little different than I was years ago. And I was like, Lord, give me patience. Give me patience. And I went and I sat back down in the chair, and he came over because he was still a little upset, and I gave him some water. And I was like, here, just do me a favor. You know your team is. You're the Brown team. Just go ahead and do whatever you got to do. Don't take the ball from your own team, but go out there and keep playing. Enjoy yourself. This is supposed to be for fun. I mean, they're 4 years old, right? And the other, I thought it was just trashy. That was just trashy because, like, I'll get competitive and I'll say some stuff I probably shouldn't once it gets into a higher level, like teenage years where they're out there and they're just fighting. It just part of my competitive spirit. I've been red carded before when I was younger from my son's team when I was coaching. Trust me, but 4 and 5-year-olds, I was like, what the heck's going on? So I was just thankful when I walked away. I was like, I'm gonna walk. I hope one parent says something to me, and luckily no parent said anything. But it's just a kid, Here's I'll show you really quick. Here's one of his mini goals right here, and this is let me see if I can zoom it up a little. There we go. Let's see if this. Take a look at this kid, man. I'm proud of him. How do I do this?
Thank you.
There he is taking the ball. And you know what? I was just like, a lot was going through my head, but I was just happy I didn't say anything stupid. Or next thing you know, extreme MAGA Republican out of Clovis. I could just see it. But let's get into some of the crazies and everything else going on. So last night, I told you guys the reason why our live stream was so late was because I was watching that Cowboys game, and I hate the NFL rules that you can tie. You shouldn't have a tie. I remember when I was coaching soccer, I used to joke with some of my friends that were diehard. When you get in the soccer community, I mean, these people wake up at like 3 a.m. and go places to watch tournaments across the country. I'm like, you're nuts. And, oh no, you blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? In America, this is my old saying. We have winners and losers. Soccer always ends in a tie. You sit there 90 minutes and you're like, who won? Either team. Well, that was the NFL last night. They did set a record. It was the highest scoring tie game since they've changed the rules. But it was epic game. It was. I wish our defense would have stood up a little more because our offense was on point most of the time. So we watched that before we get there. But they announced that the Super Bowl says Roger Goodell and the NFL just decided to pick Bad Bunny as the 2026 Super Bowl musical act. And I'm gonna be honest, I've heard of Bad Bunny, and then I had to literally Google to say, oh, this freak. This is one of those guys. So Bad Bunny says he didn't do a tour in the United States because of ICE raids. And he just recently released a video mocking President Trump. And I was like, and I'll be honest, I don't watch the Super Bowl for halftime. There's some years we could care less which team works. Usually it used to be the commercials. I think the commercials are coming back to where they're better. They went through their woke era like everything else did. But it's about barbecuing and having some buddies over. But here's some articles here just to give you an idea. Bad Bunny imitates Trump voice to criticize his immigration policies in new music video. And it says Bad Bunny says he didn't include U.S. in concert tour for fears of ICE raids. Now, I had to play a couple of his songs. I think I recognized one of his songs, but not something I think I was that I will put on there. And these are the kind of things here. He's pretty. If you go through some of his stuff, it's pretty demonic. It really is pretty demonic. Some of the stuff he does. Let's see if it's. Yeah, that's it. Let's go this one. Whatever floats his or her boat. I'm still trying to figure it out. Bad Bunny, and then I see. Anyway, so welcome to the NFL. Still putting really politics involved in your Super Bowl halftime show. I mean, I don't care if it's somebody that, like, as a music, I'm a country music fan. I don't care if it wasn't. I wouldn't mind. I would rather have Snoop Dogg up there. I grew up to Snoop Dogg. That would be interesting. But just craziness. And then I seen this video too. This video, there's a woman that yells in this store. I don't know what store it is. It could be a Walmart. It doesn't look like a Walmart. It looks like maybe a Ross or something. I don't know. She yells that ICE is coming to deport the store employee, who turns out to be a U.S. citizen. And she says, Trump is coming to get you all. He's taking your mama, your grandma, your uncle, and y'all, she yells. And the employee responds, I voted for Trump. Take a look at this. Probably is a Ross or something like that.
You Mexican ass bitch. You wetback ass bitch. Look at your shape, bitch. Yeah, that type of bitch. Bitch. Look what type of body you got, bitch. Look at your body shape, bitch. The fuck? Oh well, bitch. I don't give a fuck, bitch. Fuck you. You don't even know what's going on, bro. Stay mind your motherfucking business, bitch. Oh well, that's why Trump is coming to get y'all. Oh well, I don't care. And then he voted. He's taking your mama. He's taking your grandma. He's taking your uncle. You voted for him. He's taking all y'all. Bro, mind your business. Mind your business. Bro. I did. What you gonna do about it? Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. The fuck? I'm not Mexican, bitch. And I'm not getting deported. And I'm not getting taken back. The fuck? Y'all mad. That's why you're mad. You voted for Trump. And he over here. What are you recording for? Bro, the fuck?
For my safety.
Oh, okay. The fuck? Bitch. Look at that shape, bitch. Fuck up ass shape, bitch. Turn around, look who you with. The fuck? Bro, shut the fuck up. What, nigga? Do something. What is that? Do something about it. Bro, you ain't gonna do nothing. You don't want to fight us, bitch. The fuck? You don't want to fight.
So, I don't know. I'm a little confused. Let me kick this volume down. That was really low, so I had to turn it up even on my side. She's all, Trump gonna deport you all, and she's like, I voted for Trump. I love that part. I love it. She didn't just sit there, oh, I voted for Trump. That's why y'all mad. You voted for Trump. He's gonna deport you. I've never in my life had a reason to go into a store and act a fool like that. I've argued with managers. I've left there and called corporate. I've done some stuff, but geez Louise, what is wrong with society today? Especially in Ross. You gotta love you some Ross. Get a shirt for $8.99 in there still yet. What else do we have? That was in the wrong spot. How about this? This was a couple hours ago. I got this notification breaking. Missouri governor, I think you say it, Kehoe, officially signed the state's new U.S. Congress map into law, reducing Democrats to only one seat. Another Republican gain in Congress. Now, hey, you know what, Gavin? We could have left it alone with just Texas, but Gavin went all off on this Prop 50 and really instigating people to go after ICE, and Trump's a fascist for doing all the things, like Trump's in there like, hey, you got to fight fire with fire, right? They've been doing this. Look at Illinois. It's the most gerrymandered state in the country. And then you get the governor, oh, Texas can't do this. It's kind of funny how that all works. Kind of funny how this all works. Now, we've talked about the ADL, and this is making its rounds. As you guys know, we were last week. It's only been a little over a week. I think last week we were on the road in the live stream coming back from Phoenix, Arizona, as we went to the Charlie Kirk Memorial. I'm going to be honest with you, still very impactful for me. Just how can I be a better person? How can, I mean, and not just Charlie Kirk, but his memorial service and Erica Kirk. And I think again, his death will not be in vain, but a lot of things are going around right now because of the ADL. We've talked about them. They've called everybody, they called libs of TikTok. They called everybody that was against the trans ideology and called them bigots, homophobes, racist, and everything else. A hate group. They're very similar. The ADL should be in the same category as what's that other one? I know one of you guys is going to put it in the comment right now. I'm trying to think of the name of it. The other one that labels every Christian church that speaks by the Bible as a hate group. Southern Poverty Law Center. The ADL and the Southern Poverty Law Center are one and the same, in my opinion. And it was kind of interesting because we covered this, I don't know, what was it? 7, 8 years ago? Back in April of 2017. The ADL came out and put Christian identity as extremism, hate, or terrorism. And you guys know Jonathan Greenblatt. He's the CEO of ADL. He is, I want to say, an evil person. These are the groups that wanted to destroy this country by labeling everybody. You know, I listen to people, and I've joked around. I say, you know, when people call people Christian nationalists, I'm proud to be a Christian nationalist. I'm not going to hide and say, oh, yeah, that we shouldn't use labels or, you know what, if you want to call somebody a Christian nationalist for putting God ahead of country and then putting their country first, man, I hope everybody I know is a Christian nationalist, to be honest with you. But this was posted. This is coming out today, and then we'll get in the meat and potatoes. This is from Amuse. It says, just 2 months into President Trump's first term, the ADL classified the 1.3 billion humans that identify as Christians as members of the Christian hate group. People like Charlie Kirk and Erica Kirk. The ADL CEO, Jonathan Greenblatt, former special assistant to Obama, is paid $1.3 million to classify you as a domestic terrorist. Jonathan Greenblatt is a far-left Democrat operative with deep roots in the Obama White House, where he served as a senior aide, a longtime progressive activist and Clinton alum. It says Greenblatt has weaponized the ADL into partisan attacks targeting conservatives and people of faith. Under his leadership, the ADL published material smearing Christianity itself as extremism, hate, or terrorism, lumping mainstream churches and leaders into the same category as fringe groups by politicizing a century-old organization. Now we're gonna move on and see how this is resurfacing. Is in their glossary of extremism and hate. If you look, and this is really unfortunate, but there is TPUSA, Turning Point USA. It says Turning Point USA is an Illinois-based right-wing student organization founded by Charlie Kirk in 2012. Once again, the ADL loves the trans and alphabet mafia ideology. And so if you speak against things of sorts, like you don't want gender mutilization for children, you're an extremist, you are hateful. And I think this one's going to backfire a little bit. If you look at what they say about Antifa, they're not an extremist group or anything. It says a decentralized, leaderless movement composed of loose collective collections of groups, networks, and individuals who are vigorously opposed to fascism and focused on countering right-wing extremism, both online and on the ground. While some Antifa adherents have engaged in violence or vandalism at rallies and events, this is not the norm. That's the ADL saying that it's not the norm. When have we went anywhere where there wasn't, where Antifa was involved, there wasn't violence, where there wasn't vandalism? Everywhere. I've been to plenty of what they call right-wing rallies. And the only time there is violence is when these cockroaches show up and start harassing and assaulting the elderly that are walking back to the car, and they end up finding out. But yet it considers Turning Point USA in their glossary of extremism and hate. This one right here, Nick Sortor posted this. It says, Elon Musk responds to the ADL, labeling Turning Point USA and Christian Identity as terrorist and hate groups. And Elon Musk put out there, the ADL hates Christians. Therefore, they are a hate group. It's very true. The ADL does hate Christians. And once again, we covered this extensively. The ADL was actually working with a lot of social media companies to get people like me and you banned, going after the advertisers on X. Remember that whole deal we covered forever? It looks like Elon actually ended up on top. But I just find this, they need the division. They need the lies. And for the ADL, when they promote stuff like this, they get more donations. They go more viral. They make more money. He can pay himself more money. And instead of just saying, we just had an attack on a Mormon church yesterday, and we're going to talk about it. Somebody who was, and I think I have the details that you might have been missing, but somebody that was anti-Mormon specifically. And I don't care what religion you are. You in a house of worship, you should feel safe. You should be able to go and pray to whatever God you pray to, without some lunatic who's been radicalized, possibly by articles like the ADL and stuff where they go after Christian groups. It's just absolutely insane. And we're going to talk about that here in a minute. Also, yesterday morning, we were actually, before church, we got up at like 5 something. We had the hot air balloons. We had Clovis Fest going on this weekend. I showed some video on X of them going right over the house. They leave from Clovis Fairgrounds, and then wherever the wind takes them. Saturday would have been a great day to go. There were some issues with the wind yesterday. As far as I know, only one hot air balloon got off the ground yesterday morning while we were there, and we left because we had to get home and get ready for church. But it was absolutely incredible. But Erica Kirk, posted this Sunday morning: go to church. And what's interesting is if you look at that, Elon Musk reposted it. And it says, Fox News says, Holy Revival. Elon Musk shares Erica Kirk's post calling on millions to return to church. Now, I'm not going to get into a whole thing. I would actually like to do just a live based on this and what we're seeing across the country. People that didn't go to church are finally checking it out. People that were going to church and didn't go to the greatest church maybe, and left and said, church isn't for me, or checking out other churches. A week before Kirk was assassinated, I said at one point, I thought we had a revival going on in this country, and I'm just not seeing it like I was before. And since the assassination of Charlie Kirk, my mind has gone totally 180 in thinking that I read comments to people, people people that didn't normally attend church. They might not be going to church, but they've never stuck up for Christians, and now they're all of a sudden sticking up for Christians. I think there's a role for churches to play in this. The churches, one of the church's roles is to, if you can get out there and grab people, that's why they have youth groups. They want to raise you up to love your Lord and Savior. They want to do this. Well, part of that is recruitment. And I think there'll be some great churches out there that'll use this moment for recruitment, knowing that they can help lead people to the Lord. I mean, that church can't save anybody. Church can't save anybody. They can lead you in that direction. But I think, and I have seen it around the country, is even church groups going out to more youth movement stuff and handing out information about their church, because people right now are at a raw point. What we're seeing going on in this country, it's just horrible. But I thought that was, Erica Church. I think she's going to play a significant role in this country's future. All right. So yesterday, Grand Blanc, Michigan, a Mormon church was a guy drove his truck into, it was a brick building, Mormon church. I'll show you some pictures and photos in a minute. Ran into the backside of the church with his truck, got out. From what I know, poured flammable liquid like gas, lit the church on fire, started shooting people. I think, and I have to look, I've been working on my show for a couple hours, but the last thing I seen was 4 dead and many others injured. There's still people missing from that church, and they are working today to do a search to see if they can find the bodies of those people. This was the person here. This was an Iraqi war veteran. And I know there's all kind of fake stuff going online, but there was a reporter that was down there, and I'm going to play a little bit of his podcast. I can't play too much. I don't want to get a slap on the wrist from one of these media companies. But when you listen to this guy, he talked to him last week. This guy was running for an elected position, and he knocked on this guy's door. And you are going to be amazed. The guy has talked to the FBI. But it was just crazy. I don't see any lies in it. There's the guy there. Some people say he suffered from PTSD, but he did have an extreme hate for Mormon churches. And this was an overhead shot of the church right here. You want to take a look at this, man. That thing is gone. There is no point in putting water on it. Yeah, it was just crazy when I got that. I told Rachel, I heard about it early in the morning, and I told Rachel, her parents are Mormon, and it wasn't too long after that her mom texted her, and just really unfortunate. Here was an interview from the press secretary. Take a listen to this.
Well, first of all, I want to express our sincere condolences to the victims and their families and all of the members of this church who were gathering on a Sunday in the United States of America to worship Jesus Christ. And a crazed gunman rammed his truck into the church and started firing at these innocent Americans. And our hearts break. The president was very quick to put out a statement completely condemning this and assuring the American people that the FBI is on the scene. And I spoke with our FBI director, Kash Patel, bright and early this morning. He assured me and the American public that the FBI is is currently executing multiple search warrants at the residences and the family homes of this perpetrator to try to get to the bottom of why he would commit such an act of evil. And the FBI is working with both state and local law enforcement, providing the full support of the federal government. And I just want to commend state and local law enforcement for their swift and incredible response. Local police officers were on the ground of this scene within minutes and neutralized this shooter, no doubt saving lives. And they should be commended. Our police officers are heroes, and this president will always respect them and support them.
Bottom line is there's people waking up this morning and their whole life is upside down. They've lost a loved one, a family member, a brother, a sister, a son, a daughter, a mother, a father. And the evil that we're seeing in this country. And I said this after Charlie Kirk. I said, this isn't the end of this. It's going to get worse. A lot of these people start their radicalization. I'm not using this one as an example. I'm just saying most people that we run out to that are radical and violent, that are attacking people, when you listen to their talking points, you could sit them on a CNN desk chair and they would be hired in a minute, because all they're doing is regurgitating legacy media talking points. I seen this, and this was epic. So when I was looking for information yesterday morning, I go and I always try to bookmark stuff for our show. And I seen this guy that was out on the scene. He was in the neighborhood while the search warrant was going on in the home. All this. And then his name is Dave Bondi. And he says, exclusive. Burton City Council candidate says he spoke with the Grand Blanc Township church shooting suspect and chilling conversation that may reveal a possible motive. Now, I want to put this up just in the corner here, and I want to show you guys. I want you guys to listen to this because this dude has no reason to lie. He's already spoke to the FBI, but listen to this.
Hello, everyone. I'm talking to Chris right now, and you contacted me a short time ago, pretty distraught, because actually earlier today you came to the realization that you say that you talked to the person who did this horrible thing in Grambling Township.
I did last week. It was Wednesday or Thursday. I'm running for city council and I'm canvassing, and I had an address on my map that I went to, and I came across a gentleman. He was very friendly and he had interacted positively with me, and then we got out of the vehicle. We started just to talk, and after a short while the conversation went to the Church of Latter-day Saints, Mormonism, and he just made the position multiple times that Mormons are the Antichrist. And he, in not so many terms, said that several times. He gave me his background, but I just walked away from a person who had some very sharp views about Mormons.
Yeah, so you were just out campaigning for the election in November coming up, I'm assuming?
That is correct.
And so you're just shaking hands, looking to meet people. You come across his door. Have you matched it up? Is it the address the same as this person? Have you looked?
It is, yes. I mean, it is not only the address, but it's also the person that I spoke with. I have a friend in Utah who is involved with the LDS Church. I sent him a voice message saying I had a conversation with a person who had very sharp views, and it's just like you come across a lot of different people while you campaign.
Yeah.
And I shared this with him on Friday, and then we had our Sunday dinner, and I ended up seeing a photo. That was the exact guy I spoke to last week.
So you saw the guy, and I'm not gonna, the shooter, you saw his picture on the news or on social media, and what was your first reaction?
Shock. I mean, to have just interacted with a person who, again, he had very sharp views. And when we first started speaking, very positive, we just made just general chit chat. And then he went into his background, how he was a Marine. He had served overseas. And again, I'm going to paraphrase because I'm just going from memory, but he, to start new, had moved out to Utah to plow snow. He then began a relationship with a woman who was in the LDS Church. And then the conversation changed to tattoos, which he had a lot of, and how he had to have all his tattoos removed in order to be, in for certain religious ceremonies. And it was just a piece where I was very careful how I answered, because it's one of those things where I did not know what response was going to be acceptable to him. And so it was a case of like, I just wanted to get off the door and away from him.
So you just wanted to be nice and say, okay, have a nice day.
Exactly. And just try to do it the easiest way possible while kind of just walking, one step at a time.
So I won't play that whole thing there, just that portion of it. But that was just last week, folks. He said the LDS group was the Antichrist. Also talked about meeting a woman who was part of the LDS church and didn't like the rules or whatever. Definitely. Crazy. Again, like you said, that dude went there, thought nothing of it. I mean, he thought it was weird. It was weird enough for him to call his friend that lives in Utah and say, hey, I ran into this dude, man, anti-Mormon 100% or whatever. But that's not enough to put you on somebody's radar. I mean, and put you on the FBI's radar at that. But regardless of what religion, this attack on Christian-based churches and Christian-based believers, it has to end, guys. And I know I'm just predicting this now. It's going to get worse. It is going to get worse before it gets better. This is Fox News with an overhead picture as well as a statement that says, I can confirm at this time the FBI is now leading the investigation and is investigating that this is an act of targeted violence. That was from FBI Detroit acting special agent in charge, Reuben Coleman. He discussed how federal officials are handling the Michigan Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints Church shooting and fire. I mean, look at that thing. There is nothing left of that building, folks. I firsthand, if you guys remember back in 2021, it was the end of January, I believe. End of January 2021, one of our viewers, a local viewer, reached out to somebody that knew me and said, I need Josh's number. We have an issue. And I ended up calling this woman back, and she starts telling me that she goes to this majority Hispanic church and that there's a group of radicals, far left radicals outside, calling them Nazis, calling them all these names. They're finding, they're harassing the people that are going into church. And I'm like, what? And I go, you know what? I probably know some of these left-wing radicals. So me and Jason made it a plan to go out there Sunday morning. That would turn into be Adventure Church. They were looking at purchasing the Tower Theater down there in Tower. You guys remember, we were there almost every Sunday for over a year. I think the only reason we stopped being there was because we went on the People's Convoy, and we were gone for a very long time. And in that, I seen some pretty horrific stuff when it comes to the type of people, what they would say, the online social media post attacking the pastors there with very vulgar stuff. People outside literally with signs that said abort Jesus. And so I've seen this radicalization. They would have loved nothing more than the leaders of that church to be murdered. These were very satanic and disgusting people. It's kind of, I call them the cockroaches of society. I know we are supposed to pray for these people, and I have since prayed for these people. At that time, I was like, please just touch me. I think you guys remember that. We were assaulted numerous times out there. Jason was assaulted. I was assaulted a few times. We're Burrito Boy. Remember Burrito Boy? When he wasn't on a leash being walked by his heifer, he was out there in front of Adventure Church. And it was great. It was great for our database. That we have probably a gig of just database on those people. Like we have our own hate group database here in Fresno that we can pull to anytime we want. But I remember like looking at it now versus then. And, you know, then I was like, what the hell? And when I first started seeing it, I was like, okay, these are the same radicals that they're open borders. They protest Trump. They protest this. This is just a new one of their things. And it was just incredible because they didn't know why they were out there most of the time. They were talking about, oh, we're out here to protest redistricting. Oh, we're out here. Well, what does aborting Jesus have to do with redistricting? It was just insane. I remember that too. My mom joined us. My mom would go out there and have a honk for Jesus sign, and great times. Before I get going any further, guys, thank you for tuning in. We have this week's raffle going on. I don't know when we're going to do another one, but this was an opportunity I couldn't miss. When I seen this, I wanted it more than anything. This is custom piece made. We got this at Clovis Fest. And this is beautiful. This is, I don't know, what is it? I'm trying to think. Maybe 5/16 steel? Maybe 3/16 steel? But it is a pretty nice, you can see this, great artwork. The guy who did this has the Pledge of Allegiance on the American flag right here. It weighs about 6 pounds from what I understand. So it's going to be fun to ship to you. But if you guys want an opportunity, it's going to be that. Also, you'll get a Charlie Kirk shirt, one of the memorial shirts from our website, and a little poster that we have that we picked up while we were outside of Turning Point USA last week. So those 3 items. And the way you do it, we got the first of the month coming up and we're getting a little head start. So thanks to generous donation earlier last week, we got completely caught up for the first time. And I think this next month, if we do good on this raffle, we will actually pay our cell phone bills without that $20 late penalty for the first time in like a year and a half. So it's incredible and such a blessing. And I want to say thank you. But if you guys want to enter into this, you can donate. Every $10 donation gets you 1 entry. So if you do $30, you get 3 entries. And you can do Venmo, which is at Oreo Josh. That's Venmo at Oreo Josh. You can also do Cash App, which is $Oreo Army. That's Cash App, $Oreo Army. And then we also have givesendgo.com/Oreo 2024. The Venmo and the Give Send Go is right down there on the bottom of the screen. And another one that people prefer, we have Zelle. And so if you do online or mobile banking, you could just do a transfer to us. And that is on our website. If you head to our website, theoreoexpress.com, and you scroll down our homepage, click the donate now, you will see our Zelle link on there. And I want to say thank you to everybody that's entered. This one is epic. I'm telling you that right now. Guys, when I seen this a mile away. And I told Rachel, man, if it's near my birthday, I'd make you buy that for me. This is beautiful. But the guy, I did talk to him for a while. I got all his contact information. And eventually, when we grow a little bigger out of this, we're gonna have him custom make an Oreo Army one for us, so we can have in the background somewhere. He does excellent work. So if you guys want to get in, we appreciate it. 100% viewer funded. It's how we get the bills paid: lights, camera, action, and travel. So now I just wanted to go over something that came on the Sunday Talking Point News. This is Chucky Schumer. And I want you to listen to what he says. We covered for 4 years the Biden administration going after parents at school board meetings, going after pastors and Christians that spoke against abortion, who went after anybody that supported President Trump. People were harassed, businesses audited by the IRS because they were pro-America businesses. And now they're saying Donald Trump's weaponizing the DOJ. I haven't seen any weaponization. When I do, I promise you, I will let you know. Now, if you violated the law, I stand with the Democrats for 4 years. What'd they say? Nobody is above the law. But now they want those who lied under oath, who perjured themselves, and who violated their basic oath. They want those people to go free. Why? Because they're on our side. It's just amazing. I want you to listen to what Chuck Schumer says and how another traitor, Eric Swallowswell, tells you the truth that they're going to do the same thing if they regain power that they did from 2020 to 2024. Take a look at this.
Do you have faith in the judicial system?
I have no faith in Donald Trump's judicial system. He has turned this judicial system to be his own political fighter, do what he wants politically, so that he tells them to go after people he doesn't like. He tells them to exonerate people that he likes. So many people are getting pardoned and this and that. He has turned this Justice Department into his own political watchdog. It's horrible. No president has done this. This is what autocrats do. This is when
no president has done this. There was people in jail that were not violent, that didn't do anything wrong, but walk into the people's house. They went through, they destroyed their home on bogus search warrants. It happened to me. I could tell you this right here. They didn't come here to find anything on me. They were hoping they would find something on me. But when they take a picture very similar to this is a canvas right here. We had bought my daughter canvases when she was 7, 8 years old, and she painted me a picture. It was up in our living room. When the DOJ came to my house, you know what they did? They broke it over their knee. Everything they could throw on the ground and just empty out drawers. It was disgusting. My green screen, which was a cloth, if you guys remember, I used to use a green screen in here. Why would you need to cut that with a razor? It's like, I don't know, a 32nd of an inch thick. It was a sheet. I bought it at Walmart or the fabric store. They wanted to send a message to silence you. So to say Trump is doing any of that, please, it's ridiculous.
Trump says he wants to be king to do it. And so when he says he doesn't like Comey, look what happened there, Kristen. The prosecutor who he appointed said there's not enough evidence to indict Comey, so he fired this prosecutor and put in someone who'd do whatever he wanted. This is one of the, Trump's done so many bad things to undermine our democracy.
He put a prosecutor in that wasn't part of the swamp. Bottom line. The prosecutor that was in before had Democrat support. When Trump figured that out, he's like, no wonder what's going on here. They're gone. They are gone. And within 24 hours, just listen to this. I want you to listen to this closely. We're going to talk about this. Listen to Eric Swallowswell. He's promising to reenact what happened under Joe Biden when they gained control again. You can't make this up. If you're a business and you support Trump, if you're a college and you follow Title IX laws, we're coming after you. Listen to this. This is insane. The quiet part out loud.
Well, first, we are making it clear that we're going into the majority a year from now. We have every intention to do that. And so we will bring oversight, accountability. We will subpoena the Department of Justice, but also private actors who have done these drug deals with the administration.
Private actors.
College campuses, entertainment companies, law firms. And so accountability.
All these private places that are either working for Trump, negotiating with Trump on making America better, they're going to go after him, folks. They're saying it right here. You can't make this up.
Is coming. And so, one, it's all coming out. Two, I hope that deters people from doing more of these deals, these one-offs with the president. One other point, though, on Comey, Kate, this happened when Donald Trump was president. So if you're trying to tell me this is not politically motivated, the statement that they're referring to where he allegedly lied, Donald Trump was president, so why didn't you indict him?
Because we got the information now. The truth just came out. He had a swamp cabinet back then, and now things are changing. And I swear to you, I pray every night that this man is held accountable. Him, Adam Schiff, everybody else. Everybody else they need to be held accountable. They purposely tried to destroy this. But it's funny, you literally have Chucky Schumer saying, well, he's weaponizing everything. And then you have Eric Swalwell says, we're going to weaponize and we already have our hit list. Remember when they had their hit list in the first term of all the businesses that were pro-America and pro-Constitution, and they were going to go after them? Nothing's changing here, folks. It's the same thing. How about this? We covered the end of last week. The Des Moines superintendent of public schools was an illegal alien that had received a deportation order under Joe Biden in 2024. That was last year when Joe Biden was president. Well, he gets picked up. He runs from police. He has a gun. He's already had gun charges. And what have we been told for so long about our elections? They're safe and secure, right? They're safe and secure. Did you know he was a registered Democrat since 2012 in Maryland? How do you register if you're an illegal alien? This was from Dustin Grage. It says Des Moines Superintendent Ian Roberts has been registered as a Democrat since 2012 in Maryland. My sources close to the law firm representing Des Moines schools says that Roberts carries a Maryland ID available to certain visa holders. Look at this. Voter info. It's active. It's registered since 2012. Well, imagine that. The Democrats lied again. And we know they've lied. We've been telling you for a long time. But he was a registered Democrat, folks. I didn't know that illegals could vote. Actually, I did. More proof. I think there's one other thing on this one here, I think. It says, breaking after passing along Ian Roberts' information to Maryland House Freedom Caucus Chairman Matt Morgan, 29A. No, that's the same one. I thought I had other information. Here it is. Iowa education officials have just revoked the license of Des Moines School District Superintendent Ian Andre Roberts. So, and what was interesting, I think I showed you on Saturday. Let me see if I can pull it up really quick. The folks that came out to support this illegal alien that had lied to get his job, that had previous gun charges, was arrested with a gun. This is the party that wants to take away our Second Amendment rights. They want to take away our ability to protect ourselves from criminals, other Democrats, and a rogue government, which is what our founders intended to have the Second Amendment for. But take a look at this.
People have gathered here in downtown Des Moines demanding his telling you all day. Dr. Ian Roberts, superintendent of Des Moines Public Schools, was arrested by ICE, detained by ICE this morning. Now, hundreds of people have gathered here in downtown Des Moines.
Okay, now I can promise you, I'm going to pull up a different one really quick, and we're going to see if it's... There we go. Let's see if
federal building in downtown Des Moines this afternoon following the news of Dr. Roberts' arrest. A group of protesters gathered outside the Neil Smith Federal Building in downtown Des Moines this afternoon following the news of Dr. Roberts' arrest. We are told a few hundred people are there protesting. They're holding signs reading "Free Dr. Roberts" and anti-ICE messages as well.
Pretty much. There's the Butch lady right there. You find those all the time. This one right here has a refugee support, a white Karen there. I'm telling you, white liberals that are destroying this country. When you look at everything that's wrong with this country, you can put behind a white liberal behind it. Well, check this out in Chicago, and we're going to cover some of the protests last night that was going on and some of the stuff that happened over the weekend, even including Chicago with Border Patrol out on the streets of Chicago. Absolutely epic. Hold on really quick. Tracy is in. Tracy is in for one into the raffle on Cash App, and I will check. Let me check something else really quick. I just want to make sure that I keep that up just in case we get a Zelle on here. It'll take a while to load. But Greg Gavino, the CBP chief, was literally out on the ground in Chicago. Not on Fox News, not making his weekend rounds, but actually out on the streets. Take a look at this. This was great, and then we'll show you some other great stuff.
Don't move! Out of the road, all the way out of the road, or I'll put you under arrest. Everyone out of the road. Out of the road. Bro. Out of the road.
Because of you. All the walls have got to go. You are the top wall. Let's fly to Mexico. Are you above us? All the walls have got to go. Is that what it is? For $50,000, you have sold out America. Be proud, boys. Be proud. Keep protect, we liberate. Absolute fucking destroy. Keep protect, we liberate.
Remember, these buildings, these officers, Border Patrol, ICE, federal agents have been under attack for a while. You just had that guy that tried to kill ICE officers and ended up shooting a couple detainees that they had. The violence is just crazy, and this was epic when I seen this yesterday. Border Patrol agents have taken to the street of downtown Chicago, seen patrolling Michigan Avenue. Check this out. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger. I think this will work. That's beautiful. What I voted for.
Oh, shit. The silencer with the operator. Hey, let's go. Hey. Oh.
Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then ICE and Border Patrol are out patrolling on the Chicago River in downtown Chicago. And a lot of people are relieved. They're ecstatic about what's going on. You know, the legacy media won't tell you this. They won't give you the interviews of the people like, we need to cut down crime. We're happy that, you know, we're finally getting some help here in Chicago. They'll find the radical activists, but check this out. So they all down there. We got to bring some law and order back to this country. It's just insane. And then our good friend Roberto sent me this last night, and it took me a second to realize. It took me about 15 seconds to realize it wasn't this picture. But if you guys know, this was out in Portland. How many of you guys know who this is? This horrible person here. You guys know who that is. I'm going to give you guys a few seconds. This is out on the streets of Portland. And let's see. It was one of those things where I'm waiting to see if anybody knows, because it's gone viral. So I'm sure I know some of you spend more time online than I do, and it's my job. That is, I was waiting for the first person to do it. That is Pam Hemphill. That was the MAGA granny that was arrested, that turned into anti-MAGA, turned into Trump derangement syndrome 100%. She is now out protesting ICE in Portland, Oregon, guys. Remember, MAGA Granny was her nickname for a long time. And then she started getting involved in leftist organizations, going after the Proud Boys, going after anybody who was at the Capitol like she's some saint or something. It was just absolutely insane. So yesterday, Katie Davenport is out there. She had a security guard with her, and I'm going to show you a couple videos. There was some assaults last night, attacks at the facility. But this person right here, this guy with the ponytail and the green shirt, is her security. And Antifa is trying to do their usual assaults and robbery. He's not having it. Look at, he pulls out his stick.
Back up. No, back up.
So that was one of those epic things. Let me hit this music and do this. I mean, these folks are scum of the earth. It's amazing that Democrats will stand next to them as if they're some something special. Like how somehow they're good people. They are demons. Look at them. Look at them. My God, they look unhealthy. Honestly, it looks like a picture of The Walking Dead. That looks like a picture from The Walking Dead, those two on the right. Oh, we just need food. Please save me. They are evil. You can see it in their eyes. It's an epic part of darkness. What else do we have here? This was another one. Let's see. This is going after the security guard again. Take a look at this.
Just keep walking.
Where he had to spray them. Let me pull this back. I love that sound.
Yeah, why'd you put it Oh my God! Oh my God! What am I gonna do?
Your guy needs to de-escalate, just keep walking. My face is on fire. He like.
Hey, why don't you tell the crowd that you can't see?
And again, these are lost souls. These people, they have nothing better to do with their life. They have no life. They live, most of them people are on some type of disability, which they are mentally ill. Still, it shouldn't be on my dime. How about this? Let me see which one I have, if these are in order yet. I might not have the other. But last night, if you joined us on our live stream last night, you seen that there was a guy that walked up, a black guy with an American flag and a MAGA hat. This is him here. And he was out there. He had happened to see Katie Davenport's video. Take a look.
Hey, Lil G pulled up in a 6 tray. Talking about they want beef, homie, which way? Hey, OD when we roll up, you ain't gotta say it, it's a gang that we throw up. We the ones that go shoot up your party, then ride around town. And
Don't come out every night. They're bitches.
Yeah.
so what made you want to come out here to make America?
Because I seen female out here, and she was being surrounded by all these people. And,
Hey, I got a job right here. I work at Taco Bell. Okay. I work at Taco Bell. I just got off.
hey, I respect that. Who else has a job?
I got a job.
What?
Take off your mask.
Okay, then you should be on the right side.
No. The right side? What the fuck? You should be on the right side.
That was kind of refreshing and good to see. It makes me wish I was in Portland right there. And then we had some assaults. Man was beaten near the ICE detention center. And take a look at this right here.
Officer! Yo!
Okay. Knock it off. Relax. Where's the police now?
Got it! Grab it!
Fucking female. Relax. Open here.
I'm gonna run that guy. You back for a second? You got a dance! Don't fucking talk
Right here. Because he hit my kid. That's why. He hit my kid.
And then there's some other videos we have of him, I think, taking the walk of shame. Well, they only arrested one of those people, not all the different ones that were jumping on him and assaulting him. Before I go any farther really quick, let me pull this up. And don't forget, guys. Hey, football fanatics, are you ready for some primetime NFL action? Tune into Westwood One for all the gridiron glory you crave. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-changing plays, don't miss a moment of the excitement. Catch every snap, every tackle, every victory on Westwood One. You can listen to the NFL on the NFL app, on the Westwood One Sports app, on westwoodonesports.com via Westwood One station streams, or by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports. If it's the NFL, it's on Westwood One. Let's see if we got this one here.
Looks like there's another arrest.
You fucking coward!
What did Bob say? What did Bob say?
us from Frontlines. I want to point out something very critical here. We've been covering all this stuff going on at this facility. When's the last time you seen Portland Police Department actually out there? This is kind of funny. That was not federal officers. So the charges will probably be dropped, but to force them to go out there and have to do their job because the National Guard's on their way down there and they look bad. So they're like, oh, we got to go out there and at least arrest a couple. It's just hilarious because you didn't see that out there last week, the week before last. Here's let's see what this one is. We were actually live, I think, at a different angle on this one. Take a look at this here. He's going bye-bye.
You are! You're all lined up! This is us right here blocking the road for you! This is us right here blocking the road for you! Spread this out! This is us out here blocking the road for you! Spread out!
Making targeted arrests.
This is when they came in. Look at it's just great to see. That's Portland police, guys. You see what Trump forced them to do? After chaos, months of chaos, Portland police decide to show up. Kaylee says, I just got started in a new church yesterday. First time I've got back in 4 months. Awesome. Awesome. Make sure you find a good church. Stick to it. Stick to it, folks. Telling you right now, I get it. I know I had to search church shop for a while. And I kind of gave up before I found the church I'm in right now. I was just like, maybe there's just no hope for churches. During COVID, they were all like, whatever the government says, we'll shut down and bow to you. And fortunately, I have a church that said, nope, we'll take the fines. We're going to worship. This is our constitutional right. And that kind of, wait a second, what's going on with this church? I have to check this out a little. And I love it. I love it. You want to see something funny right here? And I think I showed it to you already about like 2 weeks ago, but now it's going extremely viral. This lady seen an ICE operation going on and got out of her car to harass ICE. And take a look at this. This is hilarious. This one says, let me pull this off here. The post from ICE says, Upton, if you're going to stop your car to protest an ICE enforcement, at least put it in park. This is hilarious, folks.
Well, that sucks. Look at this, Lucy. Her car got lost. Well, that sucks.
Oh my God, that is just hilarious, guys. I just love it. I just love it. Why won't my comments go all the way down? There's a lot of comments between all the chats. Thank you guys for commenting and having fun in here. That's kind of epic. Also, we will be having another show today. I worked out my lunch thing. I told you yesterday I had a problem. We haven't had a heater in 2 months or 2 years. We got someone to come. I know I went up there and I worked on the heater and I know the code. I can't remember what the name of the part is. They're not that expensive usually, but there's 4 of these parts on there. And it does, when I run the code that the heater gives me up on the roof, it doesn't tell me which one to replace. And all 4 are the same thing, but they're all different, if you know what I mean. So someone was supposed to come by today between 11 and 1. And I told Rachel, I was like, well, I'm going to be live half that time because she's going to be working in the classroom with Caden. but I've worked all that out. So I'm going to be able to hit the gym and do our show around the regular time of 3 o'clock today. So that'll be awesome. So we will have another show. It'll cover this right here. Benjamin Netanyahu showed up today at the White House. He is meeting with President Trump.
Ready, base. What was? I hope so.
So hopefully, this is my prayer today. This is my prayer. Carol, hold on one second. I'll check that out, Carol. This right here. I hope Trump, we should all pray that Trump can end what is going on over there and just put an end to all that right now. And work alongside Israel. But again, I'm no fan of terrorists. I want to annihilate all terrorists. But I think time is done to, and the reason why is, I told you this the other day, Israel, and even Trump said it like 3 weeks ago off cusp in an interview that Israel was the biggest lobby for, the biggest lobby in the United States for a long time. People have a lot of problem with that. I can understand that. But I can tell you, almost 90% of the youth I've talked to, and I'm going to say 25 and under, so 16 to 25, and we do talk to a lot of people when we go out and about, is turning against Israel right now. And that's not a good sign when it comes to the future of having a partner in the Middle East. I'm not going to get into all the politics. I'm just saying it's time to come to an end, and I hope Trump puts his foot down. That's my prayer today. Let me see, Carol. Oh, Krista is, oh man, Krista just sent me a picture. She is in New York right now, and it's of the Statue of Liberty. She's in a ferry right now getting ready to head over there. That's awesome. Let's see. Let me pull this up. Let me see. So, Cash App, that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to go through and see who's been entered before I do. Do not forget, get in now. The sooner the better. The sooner the better we can get the bills that are due on the 1st, which is in like 2-3 days. We can actually get them paid by 1st. This will be awesome. This is one of the raffle items. It's going to be this, a Charlie Kirk Memorial t-shirt that we have on our website, any size. There's a couple different ones, or the Charlie Kirk Memorial coffee cups and a Charlie Kirk poster. I'll show you the poster after this. This is I want to say like 5/16 or 3/16 steel. It's guy, when he was explaining it to me, it's painted very similar to a car. It has 3 coats of clear on it. It has the Pledge of Allegiance. Let me show you how I can give you a better example of that. It is laser cut in there. Let me pull up my camera really quick. This thing is heavy, let me tell you. So as you can see, it's laser cut in there. You can see the light going across there. It is a wonderful piece. So we will be picking a winner at the end of this week, most likely, because we had a great Patriot, a local Patriot I ran into at Clovis Fest, and they had some extra tickets for a concert at the fair and said, hey, we got some extra tickets. Would you and Rachel like to go? So I'm meeting them today to grab. Appreciate that. What an honor and a blessing. Things we can't normally do. That is awesome, and we appreciate those Patriots. Another item will be one of these posters right here. This is the Fearless Patriot. And so if you guys want to get in, the sooner the better. As I said before, you can do that by going to Venmo. Let me put it up on the screen. How about that? Venmo, Oreo Josh, Cash App, $Oreo Army, GiveSendGo.com /Oreo 2024. And as well as if you do mobile or online banking, or you want to do a Zelle transfer, our Zelle address is on our website under the Donate Now button, and it's also going to come up in about 2 minutes as we play our exit video. So let me see something. I'm going to see if Kaylee's in. Kaylee's in for the raffle for 2 right now on Venmo. Thank you, Kaylee. Let's see. How do I do this? So I have Tracy, Cheryl, and Carol. Carol's in for 1, Tracy's in for 1, and Cheryl is in for 2 on Cash App. Let me double check Zelle. I don't think we got one, but then again, the email for some reason on Zelle takes a while to notify. Oh, we do. Oh, we got a couple. We got more than a couple. We got old Uncle Bill in for 10. I can't believe I didn't get any of these notified. Matt in for 2. Steve C in for 5. And Kurt B in for 3. Thank you, guys. Thank you for helping out. We appreciate y'all. It is more than a blessing to continue to do this, and it's an honor. I thank everybody. Like I said, we actually had, it's funny, we were talking about miracles last night in church. And I'll tell you what, when the pastor was describing, we had a miracle last week, something we had been praying for a long time. I want to thank those folks that participated in that and helped us out. And we're just going to try to stay ahead of the curve now. And we're still working. And I keep saying, pray that we get our YouTube channel back, our original YouTube channel. It will be a blessing, and we will be all over this country once again because it'll be able to fund ourselves to do so. So the links are coming up. I did Venmo, Cash App. Yeah. Let me make sure. I don't show one for Give, Sing, Go, but yeah, that's an option too. And if I miss Give, Sing, Go, I will let you know on the next live stream. But all the links are coming out right now, guys. You have a blessed day, and we will see you in, let's see, 4.5 hours, about 3 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Eastern time. If we get lucky, we can do a 2 o'clock show. I always try to put the video or the startup 30 minutes before, so you guys can just randomly check to see if we have anything scheduled. We will see you guys soon, and God bless you.
Where truth don't hide and we don't second guess. Unapologetic, we're bold and we're loud. Shining light on the left shady crowd. Oreo Express, rolling down the track. Exposing the lies, ain't no turning back. Conservative fire, we're speaking the truth. At Oreo Express, this one's for you. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express, let's roll, let's go. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express, let's roll.
All right, guys, we'll see you soon.